There's a single number that quietly controls every dollar you'll ever earn. It tells you in 3 seconds of mental math exactly when your money will double at any rate, in any account, on any timeline. It also tells you when your credit card debt will double if you ignore it, and when inflation will quietly cut your savings in half. Almost nobody is taught how to use it. It's been around since 1494, when a Franciscan friar in Venice buried it inside a math textbook and changed how humans understand wealth. This is the rule of 72, the exact math of doubling your money. And by the end of this video, you'll see how a small head start can be the difference between retiring with $1.4 million and retiring with around $596,000. Take the number 72, divide it by your annual rate of return. The answer is how many years your money takes to double. At 8%, doubling takes 9 years. At 6%, 12 years. At 10%, just over 7 years. 3 seconds of mental math. No spreadsheet. No calculator. Now, where it came from. A Franciscan friar named Luca Pacioli wrote it down in 1494 in a 600-page math textbook published in Venice. The same book invented modern double-entry bookkeeping, which is why he's also called the father of accounting. He'd later become Leonardo da Vinci's math tutor, but never explained why the rule worked. He just stated it as something every Venetian merchant already knew. The math you'd actually need to prove it, logarithms, wouldn't be invented for another 120 years. Today, here's how the rule plays out at the rates you actually deal with. A regular savings account right now pays an FDIC national average of 0.38%. Divide 72 by 0.38. Your money doubles in 189 years. You won't be there. A top high-yield savings account pays around 4%, doubling time, 18 years. Better, but you're still moving slowly. A balanced bond fund earning 6%, 12 years. The S&P 500, over the past century with dividends reinvested, has averaged about 10% per year. At 10%, doubling time is 7.2 years, faster than the average American pays off their mortgage by a factor of 4. An aggressive growth portfolio averaging 12%, 6 years. And the brutal flip side, the average U.S. credit card APR right now sits at 21%, according to the Federal Reserve's latest report. At 21%, an unpaid balance doubles in 3.4 years. The same rule that builds wealth wipes you out in the other direction. Now make it real. Take $10,000 and lock it away for 30 years. At 2%, it grows to about $18,000, barely one full doubling. At 5%, around $43,000, 2 doublings. At 7%, about $76,000, 3 doublings. At 10%, over $174,000, more than 4 doublings. Same money, same 30 years. The only thing that changed was where you put it. Here's the part most people miss. The 10% account isn't 5 times bigger than the 2% account. It's nearly 10 times bigger. Why? Because every doubling stacks on top of the one before it. The first doubling on $10,000 adds $10,000. The fourth doubling adds $80,000. Same effort, same rule, 8 times the impact. This is why early money matters so much more than late money. Every dollar you invest at 25 gets one more doubling than the same dollar invested at 35, and that extra doubling at the end is the biggest one in the whole stack. Let me show you what that actually looks like with 2 real people. Meet Alex and Veronica. Both invest $400 a month into an S&P 500 index fund. Both average 8% per year. Both retire at 65. The only difference: Alex starts at age 25, Veronica starts at age 35. Veronica contributes $48,000 less than Alex over those 10 missed years. That's it, $48,000. At 65, Alex has about $1.4 million. Veronica has about $596,000. Read those numbers again. A $48,000 head start became an $800,000 gap. Not because Alex earned more, not because he picked better investments, just because he got one extra doubling at the end, and that final doubling carried the rest of his money with it. This is why every honest financial advisor begs young people to start now, even with small amounts. The math has nothing to do with how much you contribute. It has everything to do with how many doublings you give it. Now, the rule has a flip side. The rule of 72 doesn't just measure how fast wealth grows. it also measures how fast it disappears. Back to Alex. He retires at 65 with $1.4 million, plans to live on $80,000 a year. At 3% inflation, the cost of that exact same lifestyle hits $160,000 a year by the time he's 89. Same groceries, same vacations, same heating bill, twice the dollars. His real spending power has been cut in half. Not because he made bad choices, not because the market crashed, just because the clock kept ticking. This is inflation through the lens of the rule of 72. At 3% inflation, money halves every 24 years. At 5%, every 14 years. At 7%, every 10. And this is also why your nominal return isn't your real return. If the S&P 500 grows at 10%, but inflation runs at 3%, your real return, the part that actually buys you more stuff, is closer to 7%. If you're earning 4% in a high-yield savings account during 3.8% inflation, your real growth is essentially zero. And if you're sitting in a 0.38% savings account, you're going backwards 3% per year, every year. The statement balance grows, the wealth doesn't. Here's a quick test. Take a penny, 1 cent. Now, imagine it doubles every day for 30 days. How much do you have at the end of the month? Don't do the math, just guess. Most people land somewhere between a few thousand and a few $100,000. The actual answer is $5,368,709.12 from 1 penny in 30 days. That's not a trick. That's compound math doing exactly what it always does, looking like nothing for 2 weeks, then exploding in the final stretch. On day 15, the penny is worth $163. By day 20, $5,242. On day 25, $167,772. On day 30, it crosses $5 million. Our brains weren't built to process this. We track addition, not multiplication. The early days feel like nothing's happening because, in linear terms, nothing is. So when you look at your retirement account at 30 and the number feels small, you assume the system isn't working. It is. You're just in the flat part of the curve. The first half of any compounding journey looks unimpressive. The second half is where everything happens. The rule of 72 tells you exactly how many doublings you have left before you hit the back half. At some point in this process, your money starts pulling its own weight. When your portfolio crosses about $1 million at a 10% expected return, it generates roughly $100,000 a year in growth on its own. That's a software engineer's salary produced by your money while you sleep. Now, fair disclosure, that doesn't mean you can safely withdraw $100,000 a year. The modern research on safe retirement withdrawal rates puts the number closer to 4%. So a $1 million portfolio can realistically support around $40,000 of inflation-adjusted spending without running dry. That's still life-changing money generated automatically with zero effort. The point isn't the exact withdrawal number. The point is the moment compounding takes over your effort. Once your invested money out-earns your job, you stop trading time for dollars. You just have to not screw it up. 2 caveats before we wrap. First, the S&P 500 averages 10%, but it almost never delivers 10% in any single year. The market was up 25% in 2024. It was up 18% in 2025. It was down 37% in 2008. Real returns are jagged. The rule of 72 is destination math, not journey math. It tells you where you're going, not what the ride feels like. Second, the rule is most accurate between 6% and 10% returns. Outside that band, the answer drifts. Below 4%, the rule of 70 fits better. Above 15%, the rule of 76 gets closer. But for the rates almost every regular investor will encounter, 72 is the right number. That's because 72 has clean divisors. It splits evenly by 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 12. Try dividing 70 by 8 in your head exactly. Facilize number 1 because it makes mental math easy in the range that matters most. The rule of 72 doesn't give you wealth. It gives you a clock. It tells you how fast your money is moving, how many doublings sit between today and the day you stop working, and what rate of return you actually need to earn to get where you want to go. Most people never run this calculation. They guess, they hope, they tell themselves it'll work out. The math doesn't care. It just keeps running, doubling, or having every single year you're alive, whether you're paying attention or not. So pay attention. Take your current balance, pick your expected rate, divide, count the doublings between now and retirement. That number is your real financial timeline, not the one you feel. If this video gave you a clearer picture of how your money actually works, hit the like button and subscribe. There's more like this coming. Share it with someone who needs to see the math, and drop a comment with this. What rate of return are you targeting, and how many doublings do you have left?